place, and every week we go to a farmer's market where we've encountered this woman who's obviously not Mexican, and for whatever reason she has completely intrigued us. And we thought at first that perhaps she was from Trinidad and Tobago, and but then so we started calling her Trini, as a matter of fact. And then we kind of realized that maybe she's Haitian. And that led me to remember a story that one of my favorite contemporary artists by the name of Adam Mickiewicz told me, where Napoleon had sent a group of Polish soldiers to the island of Hispaniola, to Haiti, in order to kind of battle a rebellious uprising. And instead of doing so, they joined them and thus kind of integrated themselves into the Haitian community. And so there are Haitians with Polish last names, for instance. I don't know if they speak Polish, but there's a really interesting touch. And so we changed her nickname to Trini Tobagovich. And we, for what it's worth. And this next piece is for her. She fascinates us, and she sells garlic out of this little box, garlic, cinnamon, and matches. And she is our 100% garlic provider. When we go, we buy garlic from her. So this is for Trini. You ready? Trini spotted, mid-track stops, greetings, mumblings, I know not. To her knees, Trini drops to the ground, nearly flops, bad garlic, pulled from box. Trini dances, Trini sways through the tianguis, bustling pace, shake it Trini, keep your groove, keep it moving, through and through. Your calloused hands, so thick, so dark, rubs dry on mine, such worlds apart. Your humble face has not forgot the reason why you first embarked, the autumn of the patriarch. Trini hustles, Trini prays, makes up vessels just today. Sell it Trini, stay on track, keep it going, don't look back. About your life. Were you searching for paradise? The one mom sang in lullabies. And is this what you visualized when you began your enterprise? Trini dances, Trini sways in the tianguis, stifling haze. Shake it Trini, keep your groove, keep it going. Life ain't smooth. Thank you, Raul Castro. All right. So, sticking with the theme of Mexico, I've been living there for the past 7 years, and so at this moment we live in a neighborhood called Paseos del Sol, and we live on a street called Jose Villegas. And there are so many colorful characters around, and there's so much sound and so much activity happening. So I just kind of wrote this little thing about living there. So I have some Spanish words involved as well. Here we go. 7 a.m., not a soul around except for El Mañoso. He's been up since 5, but he'll stay quiet for a little while, stirring for signs of life to feed off of. 8 a.m., Juan arrives. Won't open until 15 after. That's when everyone flocks, chirping the previous night's gossips. El Mañoso's there. Oh, he's full of energy. He is indeed. Got his kawama. He's ready to share. He's ready to go. Huge trucks of soda, chips, and beer, unloading the tiendita's goods, dotted by the occasional pickup trucks of frijoles and tortillas, maybe a jericaya here and there. 11 a.m. Zeta, 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 gas, and the other gas guys show up. There's Uno, gas, Sony, gas, Global, gas galore. Who do you want? Take your pick. We've got the neighborhood jardineros asking for jobs. I'll even clean your car, they say. No one's got money. The park is unmowed. The plants aren't taken care of. Water's been shut down. Government doesn't give a damn. But El Mañoso's got beer, inviting jardineros and lavacoches alike to join him. Neighbors carrying on with their lives, greeting each other with a ¿qué onda? Or just a nod of the head. It's the daily life of Jose Villegas. Around noon, the Aztec trudges through the park to get a Coke from Juan's, flute signaling his arrival. There's the pickup truck going around collecting secondhand things, megaphone telling you to mande al niño, mande a la niña. They want to buy your used refrigerator, bed, estufa, television, lavadora, your foreign coin collection. Knife man toots his kenna, wants to sharpen your knives. Garbage men and their cowbells running through the street collecting, never on time. Just a typical day on Jose Villegas. You've got the dogs running through the park, few on leashes, most not. You've got the neighborhood pooch, the neighborhood dog. He's everyone's and no one's. They all call him also. I call him Bernard Shaw. 5 p.m., El Mañoso blasts some traditional saloon circus tunes, yelling at the passers-by, "Hey, want a kawama?" You just gotta smile and nod, wave, gracias, keep on moving. Camote guy blasts his whistle, winding through the streets, eventually makes it to Jose Villegas. Now's your chance to get that sweet potato drenched in honey, nice and hot, fresh. 7:50 p.m., the new neighbor below screams, "Shut up! Shut up!" at her submissive Canadian companion. Can't tell if she's opening up a bazaar or lives amongst trash. The local high school entourage meets in the park, smoking some motita. Paranoid glances over their shoulders, thinking they're suave. But everyone knows their secret. Older neighbors reminiscing about how they also used to meet there and smoke. One of them just got kicked out of his parents' house. Now lives on the roof of the apartment building across the street, blankets neatly folded next to the gas tanks. 10 p.m., El Panadero drives through the streets, selling sweet bread, megaphone blasting.
El panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan, el panadero con el pan.
And so the day comes to a close on Jose Villegas. Well, let's see. I'm going to read one of my favorite pieces here, entitled Lullaby. It's really good. It's the first one, actually. Sleep, little ones, sleep. Sleep because you have the time. Later, you will have a boss or a child or a restless lover, and not people who implore you to doze to your heart's content like now. Some people get to a certain age and never sleep well again. Their schedules are so full of duties and commitments that they don't find enough hours in the day to close their eyes. Or maybe they find the hours but cannot find the peace to relax their muscles, terrorized by all the things they haven't done and how quickly the years seem to be passing by them. Someday, you too will feel the mounting pressure of your goals and obligations. You will worry that you have run from the wrong past or chased the wrong future. The minutes will become precious, and your conscious thoughts will establish a firmer grip on the space in your mind. This will make it harder to lie down, to let go, to give in to the wandering mystery of slumber. But for now, it is easy. Sleep. Sleep while your dreams aren't yet filled with words and their rigid definitions, symbols that you understand to always mean the same thing. When you grow up, these fantastical visions are likely to be tainted by too familiar faces and settings that evoke memory. They will contain situations which, you have learned, all bear Freudian innuendo. Then you will probably interpret them through horrible, grotesque filters like emotion and intellect. It will be increasingly difficult to open your eyes to new imagery. The scenes that you witness, played out on the inside of your eyelids, will only get more predictable. They will become tortured microcosms of your life, incessantly reminding you that you have long ago buried a deeper psyche, but failing to help you find your way back to it. Most nights, you will hunt red herrings along millions of endless neural pathways and wake up a nervous wreck for no reason. But for now, you will dream simply. Sleep. Sleep, because for the time being, most of what's going on out here won't interest you very much. There is that curious pain in the stomach which brings you discomfort, but then mommy pulls you into her breast and soon the pain subsides. I know you like that part of the day, and the occasional bright, colorful object that twirls by for you to wander about, but let your loved ones work as your servants. We will wake you for eating and learning and fluffy playthings when it is time to do so. You should take advantage of this. One day, you will have to find your own amusements, seek out your own knowledge, and spend the majority of your waking life proving to the world that you provide a service and deserve to be fed. There will be fewer and fewer people looking out for your interests. You will have to dirty your hands with the details of an entire day. But for now, all that is taken care of. Sleep. Sleep until you are bored with the simple magic of new things, and you long to complicate your pleasures. There's plenty already on your plate to be discovered. You have a whole new state of consciousness to explore, and the vast complications of light to consider. You're building images of your first interactions with gravity and the senses. Down the line, these things will likely seem banal to you, even when you struggle to remember that they're not. As you age, you will crave more and more layers of abstraction. There will be versions of things, interferences and implications. You will become more and more difficult to entertain. In adulthood, you will often have the choice to ignore reality altogether through intricate distractions and fictions. This may eventually cause you to question what exists and lose faith in the foundation of your priorities. And if that happens, then by all means stay up all night and fret, true on yourself, drink whiskey and write. But for now, none of that will be necessary. For now, the world is a smiling puppy and dreams are risk-free adventures through a fairy tale land of your own making. People and things don't threaten you. Thoughts don't always stumble over the casual relationships they share with other thoughts. There's never anything behind the curtain because the curtain is never closed. This rest, you will know at the beginning of your life, is deeper and easier than any you will know after. And it's a perfect escape from the horrors of your new world, the constant compromise of adjusting to everything around you, the seasick feeling of falling endlessly through cookie-cutter molds and watching them shave off little bits of your identity until almost nothing remains. There's nothing forcing you to wrestle with those demons tonight, no emergency that demands you to rush, untrained, into the battlefield. For now, the rest of us have got it all loosely under control. For now, we can more or less assure that nothing will require your attention for the next few hours. For now, and maybe only for now, you can sleep. Jason Stoneking.
Thank you. That was lovely. Well, I have just discovered that I much prefer hearing my stuff in her voice. Thank you, Raul Castro and Hanna Latitude, for your words and your music and your wondrous energy and terrificness and overall, great vibes.
Right on, thank you.
It was fun. It was fun sitting there listening to you.